Hippo.
Broadcast Hippo Digital Media.
Come on!
I'm a hippo.
Broadcast Hippo Digital Media. And now, our feature presentation.
This is Ed McMahon. And now, here's Andrew.
Andrew Z. Call up that Andrew Z. That Andrew Z. In the morning. Andrew Z. In the morning. Yeah. Come on.
Good morning. Come on, T. You look like a serial killer. What are you doing right now, bro? Good morning. Welcome to the show, everybody. It is Tuesday, July 12th, 2022. In the year of our Lord. I'm Andrew Z. Chris Tiefel. This Chris Tiefel. Oh, he got a head bob out of him. Donald P. Phineas Felicki. DeWhip from the Whip Show Podcast. Yes, it is time to do this, y'all. Here we go.
Andrew Z. In the morning.
Woo! What's up, everybody? Donnie P, do you really have a pool? I didn't know you got a pool with your new house.
Yeah,
You
brother.
bastard.
You ready to have a pool party or what?
Holy crap, dude. You are really living the high life. I had no idea. I saw the picture your wife posted of you cleaning the pool over the weekend.
Oh,
Yeah,
heck yeah, bro.
Trying to clean the pool. Remember, it all went back in.
It did. It did all go back in. I did a little dance. I had one of those little skimmers. It's got a little bucket on it, and you skim up the pool. And Ashley, she started singing my song. One thing led to another, and next thing you know, all the beetles and all the bugs were back in the pool.
Started singing your what?
Your
my
song.
What is your song?
Pool boy swag.
Oh man! So we're just gonna jump past the little belly flop dive thing you did in there, dog, with the slow motion video. We're not gonna talk
Yeah,
about
well that was at my buddy's house for 4th of July.
Oh, okay.
That was the
okay.
jean shorts flip, the jorts flip into the pool. That was
Shorts.
that was painful. Let me just tell you.
He's not going to risk injuring himself at his own place. He's going to use somebody else's homeowner's insurance.
So, Donnie, is this the first time that you've ever owned a pool, or?
It's a good question. It's funny you brought that up. I'm glad you did. So we have graduated to this pool. So it's an in-ground pool. It's a big boy.
Yeah.
I've already been out there this morning messing with it. It's like
It's a
what you
real
learn.
adult pool.
It's every day. It's something that you've got to do. At least one thing you have to do with a pool. But at our old house, there was no pool, but we had first we had the little tiny plastic pools that that you can buy. They're just round. And then for 2 years, have you ever seen those like 10 by 5 pools at Walmart that blow up? There's giant rectangles. We did those for 2 years, and I'm telling you, like we would use it we'd fill it up for a week, it'd get nasty, dump it, scrub it out with a giant brush and disinfectant, fill it back up. 2 weeks, it gets nasty, rinse, repeat. So then after that, for 2 years, we had the bubble pool with the inflatable ring around it. Have you seen those? They look like teardrops.
Yeah.
Kind of like blobs, like the Intex type. And so we did that for 2 years. And a lot of people let those get nasty because you can't really sweep them.
Right.
But we figured out a way to fashion a sweeper with the little tiny filter they come with, a little electric filter. So we actually swept that out and chlorinated it. And for 2 years, we had a little 15-foot round pool. So we did kind of graduate to a giant in-ground pool, but it's still an adjustment, but it's not like as bad as it would have been.
But that's the way it has to be done because you can't jump into a big boy pool. Like you said, there's something to do every day. You have to make sure that you can maintain the baby pool, then the next pool, then the other pool, then to get to the big pools. Whip, were you gonna say something? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I'm just saluting that he got a pool at the crib.
I know.
With all that being said, can you even swim?
Can I? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty good in the water.
But here's the thing: is I feel that you were trying to keep it secret because you've lived there like a month, and I feel that you didn't want the word to get out. Because
so yes, you're not wrong. Because here's why. So
I knew it.
Like there's like a lot of trees and stuff like kind of growing into the area. Like basically, we got the keys like over a month ago, but I literally just started working on my yard like a week and a half ago. And it's like, and it's not, I don't expect it to be perfect, but you know how like you want to have it somewhat looking the way you want before you have people over.
Yeah.
And we've had a few like impromptu get-togethers, but I definitely want to have like a
you're
Andrew Z in the Morning podcast.
Oh my God! You're ready for like an end of the summer pool bash at Donnie's house?
Oh, for sure.
Man, you know I got to tell you, this is how much the city of Perrysburg hates me. I'm going to give you this.
I know this story, but go ahead.
I have several examples, but this is just the one that really encapsulates it. So I moved into a house 3 years ago that has been around for 30 years. I think it was built in the 70s or 80s. I don't even know, but it had a nice patio out in the middle of the grass area. A real nice like stone patio that you could go out there and put your chairs and put a little bonfire, or not a bonfire, but fire, and you could just what?
A little fire pit like that.
Thank you. Fire pit. So you can sit out there, okay? And it also had an above ground pool. Now, again, the fire pit had been there for years. The above ground pool had been there for years. As soon as I move in, then we get a note saying that these aren't legal, that these are not to code. We did not get permission beforehand. So we had to spend, or the owner of this property had to spend thousands of dollars to rip out a beautiful patio and rip out an above ground pool because I'm here. The pool has been here for a decade. They're like, we don't care. It's got to go.
How could I guess I can understand the pool a little bit, but what about how did the patio break? So I don't even get that.
They said that their lines are underneath there, and that if they had to get to the line, I'm like, I didn't understand.
Okay,
it was
so rip it up when you got to get to the line.
The question is, if all that stuff's been there that long, how did they find out about it?
Because I moved in and they wanted to F with me. What do you mean?
Well, that's what I'm saying is you moved in and they magically knew about the
Google
deck
Maps,
and the pool.
Probably.
Who narked?
Well, I told you, look, how many people work out of their home now, especially since COVID, or internet or whatever. People work at home, right? They had pictures of me during the podcast that they'd sent me that someone had taken through my window to see the podcast. Like, you're not allowed to do work at home. I mean, this is how crazy it is. This is the shit that I deal with in this city.
Was that your homeowners association that did that? Wasn't it?
We don't even have homeowners. It was just some rando. It was the city. It was the city. Oh my God, dude! I could give you million stories.
You ever thought about changing your tagline, your gimmick to like the most hated man in Perrysburg, dog?
Yes, I have. I absolutely have. It's funny because
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to cut you off, Andrew. But like, Whip, since you're just hearing this, do you know the story about the bicycle when Andrew got hit by a car in Perrysburg?
No,
if you're gonna give examples, you got to give Whip the.
Please bless me. Please bless me.
So I'm in the bike lane going across the street, riding on the bike lane. Perrysburg's got a bunch of bike lanes. This handyman van was turning right into a cul-de-sac or into a neighborhood, didn't see me, hit me. I'm in the crosswalk. He hit me. A van hit me. I'm on a bike. I fall over. Boom. They have to call the ambulance. I end up having knee surgery. I had to be taken to the hospital. All this. They gave me a ticket. They said I was going the wrong way in a bike lane, and I went back with my lawyer and took the pictures. It said bike lane. There's a big sign that says bike lane goes both ways. There's only one bike lane. It goes one way and the other way.
Bike lane?
It's what?
It's a bi lane.
Yes, it's bi lane. They gave me a ticket. Oh my God, that's a Whip. That's the shit that I go through in this town. And
yeah, but in fairness, how much damage did you cause the van?
Oh my God.
Well, that's true.
So normally we talked about it before. We talked about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. We say after so long, the heat kind of dies down.
Right.
It still ain't died down yet for you, man.
No, it has. The last couple of years, it has. I have a Perrysburg podcast just to F with everybody, and I've had the mayor on a couple times, and so I mean, They can't get. Look, I'm a roach. They can't get rid of me. I mean, it's not possible. I'm like herpes, bro. I'm like Perrysburg's herpes. They can't get rid of me. I just keep flaring up.
Now they're living with Andrew.
In trying to ingratiate yourself into the community so that these sorts of shenanigans don't happen, you probably don't want to refer to yourself as herpes.
Well, and here's the other thing that why they hit me. You know, I've got the food truck outside. You know, it's just that there's just a lot of stuff. But, you know, Perrysburg is like an upscale, uppity kind of neighborhood. So I've got the food truck outside, and it's funny because my kids I realize now they are embarrassed by me. I'm like, there's a lot of reasons to be embarrassed by me, but this one, they're embarrassed by me because of the food truck. Because people say, "Hey, can your dad make me a burrito?"
So just nonstop, any time of day or night.
Time of day. So
he's like, I guess I'll be outside.
So they hate the food truck that it sits out there because it gets them teased at school. So I went to Cedar Point over the weekend.
Yes.
And we took our 4-year-old daughter, Josie, and then we took her cousin Michael, who's 3 years old. And Michael's been around my whole life. He's here all the time. So he knows me. But I realized on this trip to Cedar Point, when I had said something to one of the kids or whatever, and then Michael goes, "But Maisie's dad." I'm like, wait, you've been around me your whole life. You don't even know my name, do you? Whole life. This dude only knows me as Maisie or Josie's dad. Hey, Josie's dad.
Yeah. And that's totally like normal, actually.
Is it normal? I was wondering.
Oh yeah. When my kids were like 3, we used to ask them what my name was, and they'd be like,
Doesn't he? I'm like, you don't even know my name. Who are you?
Look at it as a sign of respect, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They ain't called you Andrew Z. They're not calling you the most hated man in Perrysburg. They're calling you dad. That's a good thing, dog.
That is a good thing.
You're just like that cool dude that takes them places.
We got to say hi to Shayna Whitaker this morning. I also want to say Brenda Ladd's ready for the pool party. Donnie, she's ready for the invite. Speaking of Cedar Point, we go there. And Chris Tiefel is really vested in this topic. So we go to first of all, I'm not a big fan of BP. I think that they do some shady, like overseas stuff, like as a giant company. But I love the Moose gas station where they have the giant moose on top. It's Cedar Point, on the way to Cedar Point.
I've seen it. I've never been there.
I love to stop there because it's got a giant moose on the top of the.
Yeah. So how am I heavily invested in the moose?
Oh, I'm going to tell you how you're heavily invested in the Moose. So we go to get gas at the gas station at the Moose on the way out of Cedar Point, and it was $81. And so get back in the car and head off, or whatever. And we were going to stop and get some food. And then I looked at my card, and they had charged $451 on a pre-authorization. $450. They tried to take $600 pre-authorization, but there wasn't $600 in there. There was $451. They took my account said zero. They took every dollar for pre-authorization.
Wow. I wonder why. I wonder if you go over so much or something. I don't know.
I'm okay with pre-authorizations. Like Costco, they do it. It's $100 at the gas pump. Maybe a $200 authorization. $600 authorization is crazy.
That shouldn't have been allowed by either system, though.
By what?
That shouldn't have been allowed by either system, though. Like Visa and MasterCard themselves recently raised their higher limit for pre-auths because of the higher gas prices from 125 to 175. If they're trying to do a pre-auth for 175 on a Visa or MasterCard, they're in breach of their contract with Visa and MasterCard. And then the bank set their upper limit. So if you're using your debit card or whatnot, they have their upper limit set for their pre-auth, and they're in a soul out there that has a pre-auth that's $400 some odd.
No, and so we call. So first of all, my wife called the gas station, and it's Sunday night, so there's a guy making $11 an hour. But as soon as she calls, I just got gas, and he goes, I know it's just a pre-authorization, but like he knew he had a pre-speech, but
he's getting hammered with that.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if he gets it. The 600 seemed out of the realm. But anyway, he's like, it happens. But it may take 24 to 48 hours. I'm like, 24 to 48 hours. You're going to keep $600. He goes, it's not us. It's the bank. It's the bank that does it. We're like, the bank. So then we hang up with that guy. Colleen calls the bank. And the bank says it's the gas station. So the gas station is saying it's the bank. The bank is saying it's the gas station. Meanwhile, $600 out of my account.
And it is the gas station. It's the gas station system that's hitting you for the pre-auth on there to make sure the funds are there for whatever you're buying
right
on there. But yeah, that's just overly excessive. But what I love most about it is like if they could take money out right away. Like immediately, money is gone right away. The moment I scan my card or whatever, boom, they have it in my account. It's gone. But the moment they have to give me money back, suddenly it takes like 3 to 4 business days.
Right.
Like we can't.
Well,
we don't know how this works in the reverse. We have to spend a few days figuring it out.
That drives me effing crazy. Anyway, go ahead, Donnie.
Well, I mean, there's no reason for me to say this because I'm like gonna just give you like an idea of why it might be that way. So there's no point, but I'm gonna do it anyways.
Okay.
It's probably because the Moose is so close to Route 2 and the turnpike's a lot of truck traffic where you might actually have $600 or more gas bills, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is no reason for that. There's really no excuse for that. But I guess I'm trying to make some logic and wrap my brain around why.
But those trucks, those RVs and those semi trucks and things like that would end up costing that much money in gas can't fit at the regular pump that Andrew's fat ass is using.
Well, it's a big pump.
You always gotta get a shot in, no matter what.
I know, people. I'm sitting here just minding my own business, and
I missed that joke. I'm sorry.
He's sitting there. I'm just drinking some milk, reading the Bible.
I know.
Jesus. All of a sudden, come in, Tiefel.
So here's the other thing that that is frustrating with it was that I don't know. Well, no, then Colleen's freaking out. She's freaking out. So then I fuck with her a little bit. I'm like, I wonder if they slipped one of those fake card readers over the top. They do that, and now they just stole all her information. She's like, what? So now, she's Googling and she's freaking out.
You're an evil man, dog. You're an evil man, bro.
By the time we got home, it had finally it worked itself out. But for an hour, it was freak out time for us for a while just to see what was going on. But the money all got worked itself out. But $600.
Which serious thing though? If you're using the pay at the pump, or even if you're using the reader in the gas station, give the face of it a little jiggle.
Yeah, see if it's real. It's true. They do that. They set those things right over the top of them, and then there's still all your information.
Yeah, I thought that someone stole my information like the last couple weeks because every time I check my account, it's just so much lower than it was last time. And when I went in there and looked, and it was us. Yeah, it was us.
It's like, all right, kids,
stole my own information.
Exactly. So I DJ'd a wedding over the weekend. And it was Trainer Jeff, who for years is part of this show.
Wow. Yeah,
Trainer Jeff got remarried over the weekend at the docks. It was a beautiful ceremony. It was Hamburger Mary's has a wedding venue on the backside at the docks. So they got married. It was, like I said, they had family out there. It was a lot of fun. I was privileged to be a part of it. So it was cool. I'm congratulations to the couple. They seem super happy. Congrats. And I loved it. Yeah, I loved it. But here's the one part. So grandma on the bride's side comes over. Well, first of all, the only thing about the venue, it's beautiful. The only thing about the venue is the acoustics are a little off. So they've only done a handful of weddings there. They've only been open a few months. So the acoustics are way off. So you know how you try to turn it down, but it's bouncing and there are parts of the song that are louder than other parts of the song. And so it's at the mingle time. So it's not dance time. It's mingle time. Grandma comes over to me and kind of hostilely, she goes, "Can you turn it down? We have people from all over the country that are here trying to talk. So I need you to turn it down." I said, okay. I'm very nice. I'm a super nice person, but there's a switch in me where if someone gets hostile, I start to feel a little a little way. So I started. I'm
You
like,
can't come for the DJ, man.
I know, and I smiled. I'm like, yes, Grandma, I'll take care of it. And she said, well, I need you to take care of it right now. Okay. So I turned it down with her. So her and I turned it down together. And I'm like, is that good, Grandma? Yes, that's good. Okay. So she walks away, not even to her table yet. She turns around and comes back. I told you to turn it down. I said, Grandma, we sat here together and agreed on the volume. I said, I haven't touched it since. So I don't know what you're talking about. So I turned it down a little bit more.
Maybe Grandma's got some other people talking to her in her head.
There may be someone else at the table because then Grandma
No, it's in her head, like more than one Grandma inside.
I hear voices in my head.
Then Grandma says, look, if I need to, I'll go to the bride's family, the mother and the father, if I need to. I'm like, ma'am, I've been doing this 20 plus years. If you need to go to them, you go to them. So she walks away. And then I could just see out of the corner of my eye, she's at the whole table. She's got the whole table riled up. Like you hear, like you could tell, like she's talking about like this, and she's doing this, like hands, and like this bitch right here.
Oh man!
Oh man!
On my nerves. But Grandma and I,
there wasn't enough drama, so she had to make some. It's all right.
I know, but she's just, and then her poor husband, he's like just sitting, he's just sitting there, and she's bitching at him about the music. And he's got to entertain her. Like, okay, you're right, honey. It's just she's got getting the whole table all riled up to the point where we do the intro, for the bridal party intro. And she's got her hand over her ears. I'm like, oh God, please come on.
Oh wow,
what are you doing? But the other part of the wedding that was kind of interesting is, have you ever noticed when you go to a wedding, there's always an uncle or somebody that brings like. She may be a stripper, a former stripper, or she's super young, or she's inappropriate. Oh, yeah. She's got the mini dress on and the high hooker heels, and she's just out on the like this girl. The uncle brought this girl. She's scrubbing the floor. She's holding on to my table, twerking. Oh, or even the uncle got a little bit of he's like, even the uncle like wouldn't even want to be by her. She's out for by herself. She don't care. She doesn't care if it's the Macarena or whatever. She's scrubbing the floor. She's Macarena raining sexier than anyone ever has.
At an office Christmas party, we had an old employee that brought what many of us were convinced was a prostitute.
See,
like,
whenever there's a +1, you open that up.
So I got to jump in here, man. When Kevin Samuels passed, one of the things that he talked about on his video, the way he grew in life, was always bringing the baddest chick to an event. So he said he would actually pay a woman of the night or whatever he could find, like an escort. So people would be like, man, I like this guy. He has good taste. He got the hot ass women. So maybe this guy really wasn't dating this chick. He really just wanted everybody there to say, shit, man, this is a bad.
Oh, I think you're right. I think that they purposely do. There's one person that's going to the wedding that purposely does this so that they can have the baddest chick there. And then the grandparents and the other women are like, look at that slut. Ugh, and it's just all up in their head.
That's what the women are saying. But
yes.
The fellas already went in the bathroom like, bro, you see who Mike brought? My God. You know what I mean? Hang out with Mike.
I know. Uncle Mike, where are we going to the after party? Yeah, I know. With her, you got to have an after party going on. Gotta be. Oh God, it was so funny. And then, and there's always one person at a wedding that she's just a drama person. Like it's usually a she, but it's and if you're gonna be drama and you're the bride or the groom, I get it. It's your place. It's your party. You can drama if you want to, but when you're an other and you're like you can just watch her walking around. Where's John? Oh, I'm like, girl, come on. I know it's not your wedding. I know it's not about you, but come on, you don't have to make drama just so you can fit in.
It sounded like grandmama was drama.
Grandma.
I know. There's another girl though, but yeah, grandma really was. But anyway, it was a good time. Appreciate them having me out, and we had fun. By the way, Jonathan Krupp says Tiefel reminds me of the old dude on 60 Minutes, Andy Rooney. Oh, and then Jonathan also says, don't forget about the fun drunkle at weddings.
Before you go to your next segment, I just hope what you said his name was Trainer what? I'm sorry.
Jeff.
I just hope Trainer Jeff is not watching this because you just trashed his grandma on your live show, bro. So I hope he's not watching this right now, man.
It might be grandma-in-law. You never know.
Yeah, it was grandma-in-law.
Jeff.
It was grandma-in-law. His family will pretty much roll with anything. It's grandma-in-law. But it was his uncle that brought the stripper. Which I would expect. Oh, fun times. All right. Let's see. So Elon Musk is getting into it with Donald Trump now because I guess Elon said he wouldn't vote for Trump or something. Well, Elon Musk had two controversies this week. One of them was that he's not going to buy Twitter now. He's pulling out of Twitter. The deal. He says that he didn't like some stuff about it, but
was never going to buy Twitter in the first place.
I was just going to say, I had a feeling there was something about that felt like it was going to fall apart from the start.
Yeah, well, that dude, I don't know. You either there's no in the middle on Elon Musk. You either love him and Donald Trump, Elon Musk in the same category. I think of others, but you either love them to death or you hate their guts. Those two types of people that fall in the category. I can't think of who else would fall into that category. You either love or hate. There's no in the middle on some people. Elon and Donald are definitely both of them.
Well, I'm a little bit in the middle on Elon because I appreciate his brain, like the way it works. But I'm smart enough to know that half the time he's full of shit. But I mean, he's also a genius. I mean, that's what genius is. Like, you can't be right all the time. I mean, yeah, he wants to make
But how's he a genius?
How's he a genius?
What specific item has he invented? What specific thing has he done?
That's not the point here, Chris. The point is he's an idea guy. He wants to help. He wants to improve the world with these huge ideas. And they're not always practical.
Make him a genius.
That's true. It absolutely does.
It just makes him rich.
If you have the balls,
no. To be a genius, you don't have to have come up with the thing.
Do I need to look up the word genius?
You have to know how to put people together. You have to know. Hold on. You have to know a vision. You have to be able to steer people.
He bought existing companies, and that was it.
And then and blew them up. They blew up after he bought them.
Well, Tifo, that applies to damn near all of them. Everybody there, damn near.
What's that?
Bought them just before they blew
everybody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Zuckerberg for Facebook, all them guys. A lot
of
times,
but Zuckerberg actually designed Facebook. The base coding of Facebook is Zuckerberg.
No, it's the Dweezilberg twins.
No, it was still Zuckerberg. They were just claiming ownership of his code because they had hired him.
So why are the geniuses?
You guys. All right, we're going to change the subject in this because of something Chris said, and it's worth it. I have to tell you something.
Okay.
So, you know how Facebook and all the websites that are worth anything listen to what we say and watch what we do because they want to advertise to us more accurately.
Because we're cool.
Yes.
And some people hate it. I actually love it because I want to know the good deals out there. That's something I might like. Mm-hmm. So I buy stuff like on Facebook sometimes. You get ads I bought like a pair of shorts. I bought shoes. I've bought socks. So I've bought stuff on Facebook quite a few times, and somehow, so I get a lot of ads for like workout supplements because I do that on other websites, shorts, but somehow it just kept evolving into this thing where Facebook thinks I'm a homosexual man. It thinks I'm a gay man because every third ad is for like shyness cut off, like jorts, like, anything. It's just like a bunch of dudes on the beach spraying each other with water, and it's swim trunks. And I'm like, these look actually kind of cool. So then I click on it and I just push it even farther down the line. So now I'm gonna get even more. So and then it's connected to Instagram. So when I'm on, people that walk up to me and I'm just happen to be on some ad where it's 5 dudes in a pickup truck wearing jorts and someone spraying them with a hose. And I'm like, hey, I'm just checking my ads.
Oh yeah, I want to see how down this rabbit hole I can go. Go ahead, Whip.
Now it makes sense. See, I knew when I added you on Facebook, something weird was going to happen. Because all of a sudden, and no offense, whatever you do is your business. I love it. I got so many invites to parties for Pride.
I'm sorry, it's me, Whip. I'm sorry.
I mean,
it's because you're my friend. He likes Donnie P, so he might like these dudes. Right. So you guys carry on. I'm gonna tell you how many swipes, how many scrolls it takes for me to get to one of these ads. So
Okay.
start at the top. Go ahead.
All right.
I'm gonna
By the
go
way,
to my home page.
Random Rick Review says Donnie P is going to get the chip implant day one. LOL. I do.
So I'm
I
gonna
did
go
look.
one swipe.
What are you talking about? He's beta testing it right now.
So to me,
All right, well, my first ad is this dude. So that I haven't even swiped yet. Okay.
Oh
I
my
haven't even swiped. I was getting ready to swipe.
it's a dude with no shirt on, drinking a liquid and just sitting on a fence.
So it was a supplement ad, but it's
Supplement.
half naked dudes.
Yes.
So I'm gonna keep going. I'm on like 3 swipes.
So let me ask you this, Donnie. I don't know how it works. Tifo might know better than. So let's say I was let's say I'd clicked on a chick with supplements. Would I get more chick photos of supplements as well with the same? Like, does the
I
supplement
don't know.
does the
I
ad
think
change?
so. I get some. I get some. All right, I'm on like 5 swipes and I haven't seen another.
Donnie
one,
wants
so
to see how
I'm
gay.
myself, but I'm gonna
Now
keep
wait a
going.
minute.
See how gay he can make his feet.
Now, Donnie, don't forget, it also has to do with the words that we use, and those keywords populate ads too. So, what are you talking about at the house, bro? What are you talking about in your new crib, my guy?
I don't know if I can say it. Babe, are these shorts short enough? Are these shorts long?
Yo, we got a new thing. We call them Hoochie Daddy shorts, baby. If you don't know what it is, go take a look, bro.
Hoochie Daddy.
And some of the clothes advertisements that Facebook gives me makes me think that they don't know me at all. like I get like they're clothes that I'm pretty sure am convinced that like it's what Eastern European like immigrants would wear, thinking that that's cool and going clubbing in. Like they're really loud, flashy shirts.
Bro, that means
And-
they have freaking nailed you. What are you talking about?
Yeah. You know, like they think that I'm like Chevy Chase and I forget who the other guy was in the SNL skit of Two Wild and Crazy Guys.
Look at Donnie's ad now. It's just some dude with ass and no shirt on.
Some meggings in the dude's butt. There's another one. I mean, it's just okay. Here's another one. I actually want these shorts. I actually want those shorts.
Why is your Facebook feed filled with twinks?
He says what he says. He says
I'm
he
telling you, it's just a thing. It's just that's who they know.
That's-
I guess they know me.
Big Donnie is.
Let's just boil it down. They know me, and they know I'm just like I'm 15 pounds away from buying those shorts. If I lose another 15 pounds, that's my award to myself.
15 pounds away. All right. So Elon. So to me, Elon Musk is like he just loves to be outrageous. In a lot of ways, but I do agree with Donnie. I think you can't. I mean, I don't know how you can debate the genius part, but anyway,
Because he's rich. That's it.
Tesla CEO Elon Musk took to Twitter Monday night to respond after former President Donald Trump criticized him after he signaled he was going to withdraw from Twitter. He calls him a bullshit artist. That's what Trump called Musk at a rally in Anchorage. Musk tweeted he thinks it's time for Trump to hang up his hat and sail into the sunset. In a series of tweets, he says he does not hate Trump, but that his days at the forefront of politics should be done. Also suggests Democrats were enabling Trump's potential return to the White House, which he said should also stop. Dems should also call off the attack. Don't make it so that Trump's only way to survive is to regain the presidency.
So don't prosecute a man for stuff he did on the off chance that he'll try to run for office again.
Trump also says that Trump is too much drama. And do you really
run for president by trying to hold me responsible?
He says, "Do you really want a bull in a China shop situation every day?" Musk suggested the legal maximum age to start a presidential term should be 69. I don't disagree with that. And you guys know I like Joe Biden. I have no problem with Joe Biden, and I think he's gotten a bad rap in a lot of ways. And dude, if I'm 80, I know I'm going to be sitting in a chair just eating oatmeal all day. Like I don't know how he.
What I want to know is why does a 69, 70-year-old want to be president? They know there's late nights, right?
I know. I don't know. I don't get it. By the way, Jonathan says my Facebook feed is filled with video games and McDonald's ads. See, they know, and they know what you're into. Let's see. So the running with the Bulls has returned after 2 years of cancellations due to COVID-19. Now, is there anyone here that would participate, like literally participate in the running with the bulls. The only one I could see is maybe Donnie and Whip. But I don't. Tiefel and I definitely are not running with the bulls.
When I was younger, I would have been like dumb enough to do it, but I've just seen way too many videos. But when I flew out, I went to a wedding in Texas in May, and our Uber driver from the airport was watching. Like, it wasn't even a running with the bulls, and it wasn't a bullfight. It was some kind of mix between, where it was like an event that they have often, and it was like a bunch of people in a ring, and the bull just goes up to everybody and you run, and he almost. So we're like, what are you watching? He's like, this is just like, like soccer to me in my country. And I can't remember what country he's from, but we asked him if he'd ever done it. And he said, yeah. And we're like, wow, did the bull ever get you? And he's like, yeah. I mean, he was like 55 years old. So this is probably like when he was younger. But I mean, this is like, it's like a big deal. It's like playing soccer over there.
Yeah, dude, I wouldn't.
South America.
I'm just
no way, man.
No, Whip, no.
Listen, I'm a giant 6'5", damn near 300-pound target, dog. They not sticking that horn in me, baby. Ain't no way.
It's funny because I was watching a comedian, a black comedian. He was saying, we don't do shit like that. Like we don't. It's not our thing. We're too cautious. Like. To do some dumb shit like that, or skydiving, or just
because what is the win? What is the win on the other side? There is none. There is none. So no, we're not doing it. It's just like a lot of no offense, but a lot of white cats do a lot of that crazy stuff. Jumped out of a plane. Wow! I jumped out of a plane. What the fuck for? It's supposed to take you somewhere. You have to jump out of it. You stupid. You paid to jump out to lose your life. Sorry. I'm a little hyped up.
I'm with you, man. I don't do anything that would put me in danger, especially like, okay.
My cousin's a skydiving instructor.
Fuck that, dude. Because here's the thing. I know that going out to the car, I forget stuff. I know that in the house, I forget stuff. It just takes one time of just forgetting something. Oh man, I forgot to connect that parachute. Well, I guess I'm dead. It's like you have to get everything perfect every time, and I just don't trust myself like that.
There was an episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and Hillary was supposed to marry a guy. I forget his name, but anyway, he was going to skydive.
Oh yeah,
and he was going to say, "Will you marry me?" So he says, "Hillary, will you marry?" He didn't have the parachute, but he dies. Art imitating life. Art imitating life, man. I ain't doing it.
That's all it took. That's all it would have taken for me too, Whip. I'm with you.
I've seen people get married skydiving. I've seen or people like do like the getting married diving deep, and then they do a little wedding ceremony there while they're underwater, or things like that. And every single time, Whip, you're right, it is white people because we're fucking insane.
Well, and
my girl, hold on 1 second, Andrew. My girl Cassie gave me the name. The guy's name was Trevor. Thank you, Cassie. His name was Trevor.
Trevor,
will you marry?
It's funny. I was watching something or listening to. I think I was listening to a podcast. And they were saying that there's places where that you can swim with sharks, where the goal is for them to attack you. Like it's not like in a cage, but you actually like you wear a chain, one of those chain suits. So apparently, supposedly that the chain suit, like it doesn't let the teeth get through. So they would tie like shrimp to you or whatever all over your body and then throw you in the water. And the goal was to have a shark attack you while you're wearing this chain suit. I'm like, this is white people shit forever, bro.
So
you remember that show?
I was at a buddy's house.
Good.
I was at a buddy's house over the weekend, and him and his wife told us the story of how, like, I don't know if it was their honeymoon or a vacation, he swam with sharks like in a specific like tank area. It was like a risky thing. It wasn't one of those bite things, but you just get in there and you swim around, you come back, and he was like so proud of it. She was roasting him, saying like, well, they were all sedated and sleeping on the bottom of the tank. He's like, I don't care, I got in that water.
Look, it's funny because I remember as a kid we took an RV trip, and I was like, I don't know, probably 8, 9, 10 or whatever, and we took an RV trip up to British Columbia, and we one of the tourist traps is, man, wrestles octopus live in the tank. We're like, oh, that sounds kind of cool. So we pay admission, and we're all sitting there, and the guy comes out, and he's in scuba gear, and he's like, bring on that octopus, and the octopus comes out, and it's the size of his hand, and he's just hitting it, bloop. But in the picture, the octopus has got him like wrapped in his tentacle, like the picture, and man wrestles shark.
Like the Little Rascals, 3-foot man eating chicken, and it's like a 3-foot kid eating chicken wings.
Exactly.
Well, since we're here, and you guys went there, and we got 3 white guys on the show, I'm going to go ahead and say this.
Okay.
Well, explaining this to me too. You know, there's these kids or young adults. They like to take the most "quote unquote" amazing pictures. So they'll stand at like the top of the building with one leg and try to get a selfie. What is that all about, man? Is it just a rush?
And people have died doing that. It's like, you're so stupid. You took the picture was worth your stupid life. See, I think I'm the wrong white person to ask Whip, but because I don't have that in my body. Like I'm scared of heights. I don't do any of that shit. But I know I'm with you, man. I don't understand it.
And I feel like after the first person died doing it, like they should have caught on. But it's been like dozens of people. I don't even know. We could look it up. It's probably hundreds of people have died doing this. These pictures.
Man, listen, y'all need to give me a segment next week called "Things That White People Do." I have one special thing every week. I got you.
and then hey, white people, explain this to me. That's Whip's segment.
Give me one segment. That's all I need. One segment.
Every day we will bring something and be like, all right, white people, explain this to me.
That's all I need.
I don't know.
And they put it in the comments.
All right.
Yeah, I can't.
I
myself can't explain those photos or understand them because, unlike Andrew, I'm not afraid of heights. But I show heights the proper respect. All right.
You're not height phobic, but you're just height aware.
Dude, I'm the type of person where I can't even get close to an edge because it will just freak me out so bad, like on a building or anything. And then there's people that aren't afraid of heights and they'll get closer, and that freaks me out. I'm like, get away.
Have you guys ever?
Well, that's how the panic attack. I never. Go ahead.
It's funny you said that. My mother always, because me and my mother used to live in like a 2-story home or whatever, and she would always sit on the edge. And she talks about this to this day. I'm 6 years old and I'm in tears, like, Mom, get away from the edge. But because she knows it's making me feel, she would always do it just to mess with me. But I would never I would never try to grab her because I was too scared. But I was going to ask you guys, have you ever been to the Stratosphere in Vegas?
Yes, I went there for the Billboard Music Awards once, and we actually they filmed the segment the day before, and we were up there when Creed was performing on the very top. So they let us some VIPs or whatever go and watch the filming, and they had a helicopter circling around, and Creed was performing on top. And yes, I was at the Stratosphere, and I scared the shit out of me.
So you know, not only do they have a bar and everything on top, they actually have rides that you could jump off there, 900, whatever many square feet in the air, 900 feet. No. But they also have rides. Like there's one that literally it's like an arm, and it dangles you over the city of Las Vegas and just spins. I mean, and these people are paying money like crazy just to go on there. And I'm like, you're risking your life.
We went one time, Whip, to Vegas. We got the VIP treatment because Carlos Diaz, who was the entertainment reporter for Extra at the time, and he was the only Las Vegas-based entertainment reporter at the time for any of those entertainment shows. So, and he did entertainment news for us. So we went to there, and he took us to this club that was on the top floor of a building, and the floor of the club. So the building straight up, but the club was off to the side. So it wasn't, the whole thing was plexiglass. The whole floor was plexiglass. So you were dancing, and all you would do is see down. Like there was no color to it. It was just see through everything. So you're sitting there dancing, or you're just walking around getting a drink or whatever, and you're out by yourself off the building, and it's plexiglass, the whole thing. So it freaked me out the whole time we were there. I hated it.
I was about to say, so you never felt comfortable to like dance even after a couple drinks?
Dude, I'm big. I'm like, I'm gonna be on the one piece of plexiglass that gives away. I was trying no sudden moves, no nothing. I didn't want to be out there.
There's like a bridge somewhere in Asia that is like glass like that, and it will prank people. Like it'll fake cracks through it while they're walking on it. Oh my god! and then they like drop to the ground, and like it's like 200 feet over like a valley, or 400 feet over like this valley. And they'll, like put.
I
Yeah,
live.
whoever
like,
constructed that was evil.
Right?
I've been watching enough Batman movies when he crashes through the ground and those plexiglass. Never. I was in there.
All right, Random Rick Review says they are just thinning the herd for us, Whip, on these guys that do this crazy shit. Shayna says that's just crazy. I would never, talking about the selfies. She said, I agree with Tiefel. Heights equals respect. Random Rick Review asked me if I watched With Arms Wide Open when I saw Creed. Yes. With Arms Wide Open. It was great.
Yeah.
And then Jonathan said this dude in Russia that would take selfies on super tall scaffolding. You don't see his pictures anymore.
Oh man!
Oh, we're
Hey,
joking.
keep the comments coming. Keep the comments.
Yeah, like, I don't know what it is about watching those videos. Like I'll watch those videos of those people like doing parkour from building to building, from the edge of the building, from that little ledge that comes out from the edge of the building over to the other little ledge of the building, or they'll be like tiptoeing out and take those selfie photos or anything, but they're doing the video, and I'm watching them, and you know that funny feeling you get down in your groin area, like when you're going up a hill really fast and then back down.
Yeah,
I get that for them, and my palms get sweaty, and I'm like, dude, no.
Wait, and your knees weak, arms spaghetti?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't fit into
making
those
an
group
Eminem
of,
reference.
Group of white people. I'll tell you, because anytime I see those videos, I'm usually in the bathroom, like sitting down, doing my business. And like the riskiest thing I did that day was not check to make sure there was paper in there before I said that's as risky as I get.
Honestly, you really don't need to. We really don't need like anything going on. You know, white people, we're thinning ourselves out. Like we just have to keep to find more and more extreme things to do. Well, and eventually we'll bring our own numbers down.
We already know that all of the minorities are all having more babies, so we're already going to be in the minority. But now we just add stupid shit to just make it happen even quicker.
I'm going to go skydiving with a lion.
So when Jonathan's like, man, Joe used to take some cool pictures off scaffolding. Whatever happened to his picture? All right,
No
Colleen is not happy with me. She said, please inform your listeners, if I have to take the trash to the curb one more Tuesday because you're on the show, you will end up in a Shark Tank.
Yes.
Oh, that's shit.
Funny.
I know. It's early.
Just make it a chore for one of the kids.
I know every kid's supposed to take one, but sometimes the kids are here. In summer, we don't, we try to have some sort of plan during school year, but in the summer, kids are kind of at our house. They're kind of at their dad's house. They're kind of at their mom's house. It's kind of all over the place. So they kind of stay up till midnight. They kind of stay,
it's the Wild West.
It's the Wild West when it comes
I mean, how old is Josie? She can take a trash out.
She's 4.
Push that can out.
All right, let's get into Tiefel. We're running really late today. It was a fun show. Tiefel, you got WTF news for us to bring it down?
Bring it down. Ow.
He had to get his shot back. That
was a good one. I'll give you that. All right, so we're going down to Brazil, talking about Versace model Jennifer Pamplona.
Oh,
Jennifer Pamplona spent 12 years and $600,000.
Did you know? Side fact, real quick. Did you know that Jennifer Pamplona, she was the first one to ever have the Pamplona virus? That's why they named it after her. What? Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
I'm here for it.
For like 2 decades.
Go ahead.
She spent 12 years and $600,000 to make herself look like Kim Kardashian. And it was a slow burn, too. She started right after Kim Kardashian kind of became into the national landscape. She saw Kim Kardashian and she saw the genius. She saw the potential. And she said, you know what? I want to look like her. So she went through several different surgeries, including rhinoplasties, butt implants, fat injections, all this stuff in order to mimic the appearance of Kim Kardashian, and it worked. Really? Now but it worked too well. Because now people just refer to her as Kim Kardashian. She'll be walking down the street and people will go, "It's Kim Kardashian," and they'll want a picture with her and everything like that without questioning what Kim Kardashian's doing in Brazil. And
so now her fame has burdened her. Oh, wow.
Exactly. It's she's no longer she realized that she's no longer known as herself. She's known as the Kim Kardashian lookalike. And then she also realized that she had become a bit addicted to the plastic surgeries, and she's accepted her body dysmorphia to that extent. And now she's paying $120,000 to a surgeon in Indonesia who says he can reverse it all so she can go back to her original appearance.
Oh, good luck with that.
So, well, he
Can't
did
put
it.
the toothpaste back in the tube, Jennifer.
Well, he did it, but we don't know what the final results are. Her face is still all bruised and whatnots and everything. Even with a small sickness she had just after the surgery that made her cheeks bleed.
Bro, she looks more. Hold on, she looks more like Cher than.
I don't know.
I'm gonna pull it up.
Now she looks like. Now she looks like if Kim Kardashian spent $600,000 to look like Jennifer.
Yeah, exactly. Jesus, look at this.
Ouch, painful.
I know. I mean, I guess she kind of looks like her, but again, I think like in this one, I think she looks more like Cher. I don't know.
I mean,
well,
I don't know.
She is attempting to turn back time.
I don't know if Jennifer didn't have like TikTok or Instagram, but there are people on there that. There's this girl on there who can use makeup to make herself look like any person in the world, and it's
really
like really good. So I'm sure it's way cheaper and less painful. Yeah. Oh yeah. She does like celebrity lookalikes, and she does makeup. Like she can do it to where she can where she blacks out. She's in black screen. She can look like she just has like a tiny little neck, like just this big, and it's like a cartoon. Like I mean everything. I wish I was talking about, but.
No, I know what you're talking about, Donnie. I know what you're talking about.
But it would have been like way less painful.
Well,
number 2,
coming back closer to home.
Yes,
Michigan State Police need your help.
What?
Oh,
well, the Traverse City Cherry Festival. The Michigan State Police had set up a tent with the intention of recruiting new members to their force to increase their diversity.
But
the night before, 2 women are now caught on camera that they have yet to identify stealing the Michigan State Police's recruitment tent. The official statement from the Michigan State Police is the MSP have been working hard to recruit new members and diversify our ranks. Unfortunately, we are now the victim of a crime, and we are looking for your help in identifying the 2 women that stole their recruitment tent, because why do you want that at a festival?
Right. That's funny.
Now, this might be a story that some of you heard about, some of you may not have heard about. I didn't hear about it.
Before you get to it, I have to validate poor Donnie.
Yeah, sorry, I missed that one, Chris. I was sending a picture over to Andrew. I apologize.
Hold on. This is the same woman.
Oh yeah.
She shared
no bloody noses, no bleeding cheeks. Come on,
dude. She goes from Cher to Leonardo DiCaprio to the Queen to Ellen. That's pretty crazy.
Is that Justin Bieber? Is that supposed to be Justin Bieber?
It's the Biebs.
Oh, I thought it was Val Kilmer.
I think it's the Biebs. So who's this one with the wig next to Ellen? Who is that?
Daenerys.
Queen Elizabeth.
That's what I was going to say.
Game of Thrones. I don't watch Game of Thrones, but it's
yeah.
Okay, all right, very cool. Thank you, Donnie.
So because I have deleted all of my food ordering apps when I started cooking from home.
Good for you.
So I was not aware.
Hold on, Chris. We really do not give you enough credit for that. Tiefel used to eat out 3 times a day. He would order food 3 times a day. He went from 3 to 0, eliminated all his apps, and has lost weight, and now is become an amateur chef. And it's really amazing good. Like you look at the pictures, and I haven't tasted his food because he doesn't invite me over. But the food looks.
My apartment couldn't fit both of us.
Oh man. I know. I see his food prep pictures. I'm like,
yeah.
Like I want him to do videos too, bro. Why don't you do like food prep videos for real?
Little cooking segments, yeah, dude. You do. I really don't. I mean, the amount of self-discipline that takes, and I'm sure it saved you money, and it's more healthy, and there's so many.
Spent all that money on new equipment, which is worth it though. But
yeah,
but I want to be honest. I want to eat Tifo's taco. Ooh,
those tacos look amazing.
This week is street tacos with Mexican rice,
and like the mole you made a while back. I mean, there's so much stuff he's made.
By the way,
I like trying to do different things.
Random Rick Review says, "Nice, congrats on cutting the food cord." And Jonathan Krebs says, "My cooking makes people cry."
It does. I've seen his pictures. They are
so that might be why I didn't hear about this. Maybe you heard about this, but DoorDash had a little bit of a glitch in which with their payment processing, which basically allowed people to put orders in without actually having to pay. And people were taking advantage of this glitch by putting in cards that were expired, putting in cards that were at zero balance, things of that nature as their payment. And it was and DoorDash was processing it through, and they were getting their orders. It led to things like $1,949 order for Don Julio tequila. There was also a more than $20,000 order that was shown for seafood, and also hundreds of dollars spent on Plan B.
Those are the guys that ruined it.
Yeah, people took to Twitter to show now, and they took to Twitter to show all of this and show look at what we got for free from DoorDash. Look at all this, and people showing negative balances more than Andrew's pre-op on there. And but now DoorDash is saying, yeah, we're gonna kind of take that money anyway. And they are now either charging people back for that stuff. And for the people that put in fake card information, things like that, they're contemplating going after them legally for that money. Of course, DoorDash has also offered to make it right with the stores that were taken advantage of in that situation, because in that situation, stores don't get paid either.
Right.
On there, so they've done that. So basically, if there's a glitch in your mobile app, maybe wait it out before you order your food, or just order regular so you have the money.
Right.
Put a real card on there.
Let me slide in here for a second. Not that I jumped in a glitch, even though because I heard about it late. I'm gonna be honest. I heard about it late. But
he's like, I heard about it late. That's why I didn't jump.
It don't last for long, because I would have jumped. I'm gonna tell you. But what people are doing in my area, well, not me personally, but as you talked about exactly, as you talked about the Don Julio situation, well, some of those people are now selling it on their own to people. They're charging for those bottles. So their plan is, I can make all the money back on top of it, pay DoorDash back. I'll still pay money. See, them scammers are always thinking, man. Not that I agree with it. We do not condone scamming on here.
No.
No scamming on Andrew's Eve.
No, but you have to report the news. If that's what people are doing, you need to just throw it out there.
That's what they're doing. But now they're going to run themselves afoul of ATF selling liquor without a license.
And we know last week that you're going to be the guy that goes find them. Remember last week?
Snitch. Snitch.
Fireworks snitch.
Oh, Mr. DoorDash.
Do you have any red, white,
I got you, brother.
And boom.
Me, sir. Do you have any red, white, and boom?
Those are no
With the same little shirts he was talking about, he bought from that's on his Facebook ad.
Tiefel testified against a partner who thought he was scamming another partner in the firework business.
And he was, and I got paid.
Do you have right here, right, pal?
And I got to keep all the fireworks.
To our listeners, that's why if you can't miss an episode of this show, because it all goes together, man. If you missed it, go back and watch it last week, man.
I wasn't the snitch. The camera was the snitch. I just verified the video was real.
The camera was the snitch. That's like someone saying, "Oh, guns don't kill people. People kill people."
Where was the camera in your sunglasses? In your glasses?
No, it was in a button in the shirt.
Even better.
I was super secret agent-y.
See, man, all this. So you threw it off. All this week in my mind, I was thinking that it was in a little flower on your lapel.
Nothing that obvious. I didn't walk in there with like a 10-gallon hat with a camera like right in there. No, it was a little butt cam.
Did you have a cyanide pill just in case? Just in case you had to end it, you got captured by the fireworks.
It was embedded in my tooth. All I had to do was crack it.
Wait, are you a snitch? Oh!
What you talking about?
The camera was the snitch, not him. The camera.
It's the greatest line ever. I'm gonna tell my penis was the one that was the cheating on you. I would never do that.
Oh,
Fucking penis.
Baby, I didn't text her. My phone did.
I was looking at ads of guys in short shorts and all. I don't understand what's going on.
All right, so last but not least, I'm actually surprised this topic hasn't come up yet.
Oh, what?
We need to talk about the Georgia Guidestones.
The what?
The Georgia Guidestones. For those of you that don't know what the Georgia Guidestones are, they're a monument that was set up back in 1980. Started in 1979. A man using the pseudonym of Robert C. Christian approached a granite finishing company to build a monument. He had plans. He knew what he wanted written on it. Said he was representing a group of people that wanted to remain anonymous. This monument got put up. It was 3 stones. 3 large stones. Basically, it's referred to by a lot of people as American Stonehenge. It contains, it's written in several different languages, and it contains instructions, suggestions for how to rebuild society post some sort of calamity, whether that be nuclear war, plague, or famine, or a combination thereof. And they
post-apocalypse.
They purchased a plot of land from a farmer who later donated it to the local county. The monument's been up since 1980, and it has been the subject of a lot of conspiracy theories. A lot of people believe it to be satanic. A lot of people believe it is involved with white supremacy, just because of a certain line in there talking about keeping the population at a manageable level of like 500 million or less on there. Now, people think that's advocating for eugenics, completely ignoring the context of the rest of the message that, hey, the world's population is already going to be decimated by the time that this monument is relevant to society. And so, keeping society at a manageable level, because 500 million, give or take a few million, was about what the population of the planet was pre-industrial revolution.
Can you start over? I didn't pay attention to any of that. No, I'm just kidding.
So
I want you to go a little bit more in depth about the directions of what I
so
should
anyway, there was a quote unquote documentary that was done back in 2015 that claimed to have sussed out the identity of the gentleman that made that commissioned the monument to be built, and he had ties to, and the man that they claimed he had ties to a white supremacy organization, which is just added fuel to people's conspiracy theories about it. But really, how much you can trust that one, we don't know, because it was a documentary by some evangelical group that was already of the opinion that it was the work of the devil, and they were the true occult nature of it is what they were trying to unveil on it. Well, recently it got blowed up.
Wait, it's not over?
Recently it got blowed up.
Oh,
the Georgia Department of Investigations or whatever is trying to figure it out. Somebody set an explosive charge and blew up part of the monument. They then had to destroy the rest
I'm glad
of it.
they already did it, because after this segment, I was about to do it tomorrow.
They had to destroy the rest of the monument because it was unstable.
Timo,
So
hold on. Are there any cyanide pills here? Let me look. Let me see.
You guys know. You guys. I mean, this is a fucking interesting ass story.
Nice knowing you, everybody.
All right. Anyway, but they have got the other. There's just one more mystery on it. In 1982, a time capsule was buried.
Wait, we're four mysteries too far in this story. Jesus.
So in 1982, a time capsule was buried underneath the monument. So after they demolished it, they went looking for the time capsule. They have dug so deep they've reached the red clay in the sediment. There's no time capsule. Nobody knows what happened to it.
I wish I could time travel past this segment.
So anyway, Georgia Guidestones got destroyed. Lots of conspiracy theories.
Thank you.
You now know more. Enjoy.
I'm so glad.
You ever needed to know?
I don't see how you don't find that interesting.
Go ahead.
How do you not find the Georgia Guidestones interesting?
It was Donnie and Andrew messing with. I was listening, baby. I
We love you, Chris. Thank you. It really made my morning.
I don't know, Jonathan Krupp. Is that a yawn sign, Jonathan?
and Jonathan's his number one fan, man.
I know, John. Your number one fan, and even he's yawning, brother.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Hey, what if they blew it up because since it's been 40 years now they need different directions to rebuild society? It's just an update. It's a system update for rocks.
I feel like I've been listening to that story for 40 years. It's really weird.
I can't believe you guys didn't know about the Georgia Guidestones. They're a major tourist attraction outside of Atlanta.
Can't believe you didn't know. Oh my God, I can't.
Right next to the world's largest ball of yarn.
Is it right? I see now. I am familiar with the world's largest ball of yarn. It's next to it. Oh, see, I never made it. I love the ball of yarn so much. I spent so much time.
I bring you guys interesting content. This is what I get.
Yarn
is what I get. I troll around the internet and I search for stories that are interesting. And this is what I get.
Go past the largest ball of yarn, and then the giant arc, and then you have turn right at the big rocking chair. And then there's the stone thing that's just been blown up. All right.
Well, now it's the guide pile of rubble.
Thank you, Chris Tebow. That's WTF News. All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Donnie P, where can we see you?
Love you, Chris. Taylor Kia, Toledo, 6300 West Central. I'll be there today.
Donnie, buy car from Donnie. Whip, where we going to see you at, brother?
The Whip Show Podcast, Urban Embodiment. Follow us. We'll be there August 27th.
Urban Embodiment, August 27th. Can't wait. That's going to be a great little employee. I don't know, high roller mixer.
Yes, it's going to be a dope event, man. We'll talk more about it later.
All right, Whip. Thank you, sir. Whip Show Podcast, Donnie P, Chris T, I'm Andrew Z. Thanks, you guys, for watching. We'll see you next.
Where I am?
Where are you? I thought you were going to buy a pile of rubble.
No, after your performance today, I'm gonna be in the shadows, narking out every infraction you do on your property. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bring Perrysburg down on your ass.
Hey, Tifo, why is one of your buttons bigger than the other ones?
Better to see you.
I can hear me talking.
Wait,
I would like a taco.
talking to my boob.
Wait, let me tune it. Let me tune it.
Oh.